Chris Hemsworth is one of the biggest movie stars in the world. He is recognized everywhere by fans, most notably for his famous portrayal of Thor in the Marvel Universe. Though everyone recognizes him in all the armor and cape, Hemsworth has proven to be much more versatile as an actor and taken on more challenging roles. One of his biggest tests will be playing the villain in the upcoming prequel to Mad Max Fury Road. Chris Hemsworth is going to play a villain. Did I read that right?
Yeah. And we could be back to back on the poster holding honkers.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Each other's honkers.
Chris Hemsworth. What a dreamboat. Look at those bulging biceps and washboard abs, those ocean blue eyes. Wait a second, it's too soon to be swooning over the mighty Thor. We've got things to talk about. My apologies. Let's get back on track. Everyone knows who Chris Hemsworth is, right? And his younger brother Liam, also a famous stud muffin. The Hemsworths have taken Hollywood by storm over the past decade. It seems like every time we turn around, we bump into a Hemsworth on his way to save somebody in a movie. Do you know who his other brother is? Leave a comment below. But they've earned it. Chris Hemsworth is most well known for Thor, the God of Thunder in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's been in so many, I think we've all lost count. And his portrayal of Thor goes all the way back to 2011, in his first appearance as the mighty god come to Earth. And he's been on a roll ever since. So how did the mighty Thor get cast to play a villain? Well, believe it or not, that is what actors do. Everyone enjoys a good challenge, and it appears after a decade of being the good guy, Hemsworth is ready to really push his skills as an actor into a new range. Why is Chris Hemsworth worried about his turn as the villain in Furiosa?
For Christmas.
Thank you for doing that.
Thanks for
I always like when you do that. It's so sweet.
First off, even world-famous celebrities can get anxious and nervous when it comes to taking on a new job. Even the most cool-headed people live in a perpetual state of preparedness. In preparation for Furiosa, Chris Hemsworth spoke about feeling insecure about his role in the film. He aired his concerns that he may derail. He was concerned because, as he was initially reading the screenplay, he was having a hard time grasping the essence of his character. He said that typically after the first or second read, he understands the character and has a good idea of what direction to take the role as an actor. He said he gets a visceral kind of feeling attached to it. He said the script was the most beautiful thing he had ever read, and that he loves all the work of the famed and revolutionary director George Miller, but for the longest time, he just wasn't sure who the character he was portraying was. Obviously, any great actor wants to bring their best to every performance, so in a way it is somewhat refreshing to hear his honest take. Can Hemsworth play a baddie?
It used to be called reshoots, and then it gave the impression that we screwed something up. We had to fix it.
Chris Hemsworth is known for being the buff, good-natured nice guy in most of his on-screen roles, but not necessarily always. He has entertained the world over as Thor in a multitude of Marvel Cinematic adventures, delivering exciting one-liners and beheading aliens, and even showing emotional range as the God of Thunder witnesses the death of those closest to him. Of course, it goes without saying he is well known for playing triumphant hero characters aside from Thor. He's established himself as one of Hollywood's go-to good guys in films like Extraction, 12 Strong, and Black Hat. He's made humorous turns in several films as well, delivering chuckles at just the right time with his dashing mix of studliness and charm. But can we imagine Thor as a treacherous villain? He has played an evil scientist in Spiderhead, a Netflix film based on the short story from best-selling author George Saunders, and in Bad Times at the El Royale, he brought his charisma into the role of a bad man. Fans of cinema know how exciting it is to see one of our favorite actors take their turn at being the bad guy, and it appears Hemsworth is getting more and more comfortable on that side of the battles, whether they be of smarts or if they get physical. Is Chris Hemsworth bringing back the iconic Immortan Joe?
London, Singapore, Beijing, Hong Kong, now here in Los Angeles.
Hemsworth said they had done about 4 weeks of rehearsals for Furiosa when all of a sudden, bingo, him and the character started to click. He worked closely with director George Miller, and they tried this and they tried that, experimenting as any good artist does. He got the feel for the character, and in an interview he said he figured out how he moved and how he felt. That's huge. But Hemsworth is the first to admit he was scared out of his mind for a long time in the build-up to shooting the film. All this intrigue. Who is it Hemsworth is playing in the film? As of right now, very little is known about Hemsworth's villain in the movie. It is being held strictly under lock and key. No one involved in the project wants spoilers leaking to the public. They want fans to be blown away when they sit down in the theater. Theories online are buzzing, and one is that he would be playing a younger version of Immortan Joe, the tyrannical ruler of the colony in the first film's post-apocalyptic wasteland. There have been some photos from set that reveal Hemsworth's dramatic physical change for the role, but there has been nothing to confirm or deny whether he is playing Immortan Joe. Who is Hemsworth playing in Furiosa?
Thank you very much. Just, Wrapped Avengers a couple of days ago.
Oh, you just wrapped it.
Yeah.
In Mad Max Fury Road, Furiosa, played by a fiery Charlize Theron, betrays Immortan Joe early on. We know how livid this makes the tyrant, and the rest of the movie is an explosive ride of revenge for Immortan Joe. But that doesn't really mean they're bringing him back. If Hemsworth is playing the same character in a prequel, then all the mystique will be diminished to almost nothing. We know Immortan Joe lives until Fury Road, so let's imagine Chris Hemsworth is bringing a totally new character to life. That seems a lot more exciting anyway, if you ask me. This gives the talented actor an opportunity to develop a totally new villain, which could stand alone as a franchise favorite. The world of Mad Max is rich with opportunity, given the unforgiving environment and the desperate need of the characters and communities the film portrays. George Miller has confirmed that Furiosa will not be a chase and explosions adventure like Mad Max Fury Road, which could open up the story for Hemsworth to craft a unique adversary to the young Furiosa. Why is it so exciting to see Chris Hemsworth play a villain?
And Taika said, don't do what we've done before. And Mark, on many occasions, looked at me and said, are we wrecking this film?
The Mad Max universe has expanded since the beginning. Fury Road brought a new, younger fan base to the franchise and reinvigorated the passion of lifelong fans. The next installment of Furiosa is going to continue that trajectory. Modern fans of cinema are excited for new, bigger, badder villains. Chris Hemsworth has the opportunity of a lifetime to sink his claws into the role and really deliver something special. The word on the street, the buzz in the air, is that in the upcoming prequel, Hemsworth will be bringing his most sinister and baddest villain role yet. Furiosa should serve well toward his already stellar film resume. If he blows us away, we may continue to see him take on more challenging roles, digging deeper into the dark side of his range as an actor. What do we know about the film prequel Furiosa? The movie will follow a young Furiosa as she is snatched away from her home and unfortunately falls into the hands of a horde of bikers led by the warlord Dementus. Sounds like a nice guy. Apparently Dementus and Immortan Joe are vying for the same turf in the hellish wasteland that is the world of Mad Max. That sounds fun. I guess when the world is a post-apocalyptic wasteland, everyone's a little antsy about other people touching their stuff. Presumably, it is possible Chris Hemsworth might play Dementus, but no one has heard any rumbling yet on that front. What is on the horizon for Chris Hemsworth after his villainous turn in Furiosa? Chris Hemsworth has already had the career most actors could only dream of as they sleep in their car and wake up for their 5 a.m. shift at the diner they work at while they wait to make it big. He's put in his dues just like everyone who has ever entered the silver screen. He's made us laugh and cry. He has made our eyes bulge with his own bulging muscles. He has portrayed the God of Thunder in some of the biggest grossing films to ever be made. What else is there to do? Well, we know two things for sure. He is playing the villain in Furiosa, the movie we are all champing at the bit to see, and he is filming Extraction 2. Hemsworth appears to have the action covered. What else would you like to see him do? Leave a comment below. Someone as famous and versatile as Chris Hemsworth will get ample opportunities to express himself and explore his range. What is your favorite Chris Hemsworth movie? What do you guys think? Are you excited to see Chris Hemsworth in the world of Mad Max? Leave a comment and let us know. In the meantime, like the video and subscribe. We're going to keep bringing you all the news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.